Ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Wichita, Kansas, welcome to the stage, Catherine Ambrose!
And that's why I invited him to come. That is the best introduction ever. All right, we want to have some fun today. And that's what we work on every month, is having some fun. We're all about positive aging, quality of life, keeping your independence, aging the way you want. We all want to be in control of our own lives, right? From the time we can crawl, by the time when we can grab a French fry, we think about getting on that yellow school bus and what we want to wear to school. Our entire life, it's all about making our own decisions. Unfortunately, so many people, as they age, quit planning. You remember how you picked out the perfect preschool? And maybe you picked out, where you went to college, where your kids went to college. You did all this planning. You planned weddings. You planned anniversary parties. You planned. We want you to keep planning. You want to keep your dreams going, because when you quit dreaming and when you quit thinking about the future, that's where decline and depression sneaks in. And we want you to be in control all the way. We want you to slide into home saying, "Woo, what a great ride." So we want you to have a great ride all the way through and stay empowered. You see, we call this Empowered Senior. And then we're talking about you. And you are an empowered senior. We're here to educate, equip, and empower seniors. And we want to help you stay in control, because what happens if you do not design your future, if you do not create a future by design, you end up with a future by default. We don't want you to have a default outcome. How many have heard sad stories about people, how they passed away, or the situations they've gotten into? Raise your hand. Everybody. That's why we're here, is to help prevent that and have you plan your future by design. Because if you don't plan it, by default, somebody else is going to have to. And you might not like their plan. You really might not like their plan. So we want you to plan everything out. Sometimes plans change. These girls having babies today, they get the perfect birth plan. They have, this perfect ideal. Well, it doesn't always go like that. Hopefully in the end you get a happy, healthy baby, and that all worked out despite whatever you planned. But at least if you have a plan, it also helps prepare you for what might go a little unexpectedly. We want you to have a plan all the way through. We want you to know Jason, he doesn't just serve coffee. He doesn't. Jason is an attorney for you to know, to make sure you have your essential documents in place, if and only if you are 18 years of age or older. 18 years of age and older. Raise your hand. Are you 18? If so, you need a youthful, knowledgeable attorney to help make sure that you have your essential documents in place. Because, girls, when you're 18, you're a grown-up. And you need to assign someone to speak for you. If you're texting and driving, you won't do that. Okay. If you're incapacitated, you need someone that has legal authorization to make decisions for you. How would you like to wake up in a new apartment that you want to pick out, and the stuff that's decorating it isn't the stuff you wanted? And I helped one guy, and he said, my family got rid of my John Wayne collection, and I don't even know what happened to it. So we helped him shop and decorate his new place. Anyway, we want you to make your plans and communicate your plans to your attorney, to your financial planner, and to your senior home coach, so we can help you if things go wrong and somebody is trying to force you to live in their basement because you've become their retirement plan. We see this all the time. We see this all the time. Do you want to be somebody's retirement plan? Have you ever heard inheritance impatience? Okay? Or how about those nosy neighbors that you wave to like for 26 years? Sometimes they end up with the checkbook and they're making the medical decisions. Okay, do you want that to happen? No, we gotta have a plan. We gotta have a plan. So today is about celebrating independence while you have it. Y'all got here somehow, right? Active adults, there we go, active adults. You got here somehow, some way, and somehow, some way we want you to plan for your future. So that's what we're talking about today is keeping your independence. We have, my whole entire team, we're senior home coaches, and we are all aging in place specialists. We're all getting certified. Perhaps the first person to be certified in the city is a gentleman I'm going to introduce you to. This is cutting in and out. I may have to switch mics. So we're going to talk about aging in place, and then we're going to have a dance break because we need to ramp up the energy because your brain works best when your blood is flowing. Music helps you feel better and be prepared to learn. Music, animals, and nature. How many of y'all have pets? Somebody just told me she has an accidental pet, a possum that's living in her house. We said, possums are sweet. We will come help you. We will save that possum. We're going to save that possum. He's being evicted. He's being evicted. We're going to help. Anything that you need to do, anything you need at all, having to do with housing, aging in place, any resources that you need in the community, any ideas you want us to put on TV or present here, call us. Our phone number is on everything. By the way, we have professionals watching us live stream, hello, senior home coaches, in all 50 states and all across Canada. In this room, we are starting a movement to empower seniors all over the country. We're doing it here in Wichita, but we thought, hey, if we teach some other people how to do it, we can empower even more seniors that we'll never meet. And thank you for being here because when you come here and sit in a chair, you're saying yes to empowering seniors. Because when you're here, that encourages professionals to support us. That draws attention. We have Channel 12 here today. Could you please give Channel 12 a round of applause? Is it true or not true that the seniors built our cities and our schools and our organizations and built everything? And man, I love dogs. I'm a dog lover. Oh my gosh. People love to give money to dogs and support dogs and animals and even possums and God, some people like snakes, I don't know. But people love to support animals. And they love to support children, right? And we need that. But do we need all the money going that direction? I think we need a little love for the people that built this country. So thanks for sharing in the love today. We want you to play hard with us when we do this safari. We want you to play hard, all right? And have a good time. And your laughter, your contribution, your questions, your table discussions, that helps create energy that is going to move through the United States and Canada. And thank you to our educational partners, the sponsors in this room that are seated amongst you. They're going to help us with the safari, but if it weren't for them, we wouldn't be able to do this. And so we greatly appreciate that. Who else do we need to thank? Let's thank our veterans, because no matter what insanity is on the news. We won the lottery by being here in the United States. So could we please welcome our veterans? Veterans, if you'd like, please rise and come to the front and lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. We're so lucky to live here in the United States of America. I'm sure Canada is great too. All right, let's stand. Thank you for serving our country and protecting our freedom.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Thank you. Brett, I might have you help me click it. Okay, so aging in place starts at 40. Whoop, here we go, in and out, in and out. I'm gonna grab a different mic. That one's not gonna work. Okay. All right, I'm gonna just keep this one. I don't like that one anymore. See if you can get that one to work. All right, aging in place starts at 40. Who's over 40 in here? 40 years of age, 40 years of age. Time to start aging in place, okay? Because our houses in this country were built for human beings that never get old, okay? Our housing stock is growing older, so it's becoming harder to take care of. And that house was built for you to never grow old in. Most of you might be living in a house that you raised your children in. Maybe you live in a 2-story because everybody was going to be upstairs together, and so you're still living there. That wasn't designed for a centenarian. What's a centenarian? 100 years of age. What's a super centenarian? Older.
Very old.
Yes. All right, that's where we're heading, guys, is longevity. The very first seminar we did was in January of 2019, and it was called Living to be 100. Seniors were very excited that we were going to do this, and they'd call and say, now what's the topic? And I'd say, living to be 100. And they'd giggle and go, oh, no. Like, trust me. Thanks for trusting me and keep coming back. Who's been here since 2019? Maybe a few people. Who's here for the very first time? We always have somebody brand new. Thanks for being here. But the fact is that many people are living longer than expected. Longer than expected. And longevity, the reason why people aren't so excited about it sometimes is why? What are they worried about? Poor health. We don't want to be miserable. Now, if we're going to be having fun, if we can have fun, then it's okay. And then we have the fear of outliving our money. And for some people, that's a very irrational fear. Because we know people that have loads of money that they won't turn their air conditioning on a warm day because it's an irrational fear. So while you might be thinking straight, which that comes and goes for me, I don't know about you guys. When you're in a good mood and you think you're thinking straight, that's when we want you to put plans in place so that those plans can be followed. It's already decided. So we don't have to figure it out later. Because most people wait for a crisis. Urgent, fire burning down, catalyst, flashpoint. And do you know when the good kids come to help? The ones that aren't going to stick you in the basement? The good kids, they come to the rescue on the 7th red flag. because they don't want to be the adult in the room because you've been their parent and they want to respect your wishes and they don't want to interfere. So they ignore the first red flag, the second red flag, and all the way to the seventh red flag. That's when they step in, and that's what causes people to go right past go and straight to memory care, or straight to skilled or nursing home. We want you to have this figured out in advance and that you are aging in place well so you can thrive. And that might be in the house you're in now, or it might be in something that is better, that's less stressful. A lot of homeowners don't realize how much stress they're under until after they move. And then they're just writing a check to the landlord, and then anything goes wrong, you just call the number. Way better than having to deal with all kinds of contractors and ice and everything else. Army worms, whatever, there's always something, right? And so how can we simplify to protect our brain, protect our physical well-being, our emotional well-being? And so that's what we're going to talk about today. The safari thing is an empathy exercise because I hear a lot of complaints. I hear people say, I'm decluttering my stuff, but my husband, he's not doing what he's supposed to do. My sister-in-law is so lazy. Okay, so what we want to do is help you have some empathy, experience some hearing loss, vision, and other things, some neuropathy, good old neuropathy, so that maybe you have a little more empathy for others, and also so you get like a little taste of something that might change, and so that perhaps it'll cause you to make some good decisions, because we're all real good procrastinators. And so what we're doing is seeing what we can do to convince ourselves to take action. All right, so aging in place starts at 40. Who would have thought? Refers to the concept of older adults living independently and comfortably in their own homes and communities for as long as possible, rather than moving to assisted living facilities or nursing homes. So living in the right type of home, living in an active adult community, or an independent community as long as possible. Who would like to go to the bathroom by themselves? That's always a good thing. So we got to be on our feet. All right, Brenda, let's go to the next slide. Less than 4% of homes in our housing market are aging in place ready. Less than 4%. Okay. Are you certain that you live in one of the 4%ers? We can come out and do an assessment and see what might help you to be safer. All right, next slide. Okay, what is a certified aging in place specialist? Certified aging in place specialist is really great training through the National Association of Home Builders. That association thought it'd be a great idea to teach builders and contractors how to help people age in place. Well, guess what? Hardly any builders went. Hardly any contractors went. We're going to show you one guy that really did go and put all this into place right here in Wichita. He's led the charge. And so, and you know who showed up for this training other than Phil? Occupational therapists. Bless you, occupational therapists, keeping this program alive, because now people are finding out about people like Phil, and contractors and builders are now getting a little more interested. Do you know who else doesn't go to this training? Real estate agents. My own industry. And so that's why I'm talking to real estate agents all over the country every day to help them understand that it can be quite fun to work with older homeowners and to get extra training. Next slide. Come on up, Phil Davis.
We want to keep you on your 2 feet in your own home. That'd be the first thing we want to do for you.
All right. Who wants to stay in their own home? Or a home of their choosing?
as long as you want to, and sometimes are able to as well. So we want to extend the time you're able to stay in your home. And again, the whole thing, keep you on your 2 feet.
Yes. All right, so keep you safe. Bretta, we'll just have you go through one slide at a time, and then we're all gonna quiz Phil on all this. And so I've got a lot of really confused people around the country. They're like, well, why is your whole team getting CAPS certified? Are you going to draw universal design and home modifications? Like, no, we're just gonna assess and learn enough to introduce Phil. Okay.
And I got my CAP certification in '06, and it was very, uncommon to have it that way. But I knew that at that point, getting in the business, that people were older, they were gonna get older than they had been before and stay in their home. And so there's gonna be a demand for being able to stay in your home safely, and through a contract, we help you do that.
And thank you for supporting our program here, you and your wife, Shelley. We really appreciate what you guys are doing. All right, let's go to the next slide. So this is your family of companies or your evolution. Tell us about
Harmony
that.
Home Concepts is our current name. We've got 3 brands underneath that. I started with the Best Home Guys, which is our handyman and the CAP certified services. Slide out shelves, that's a way to keep you on your feet in your kitchen, since you can't get off your knees once you get down sometimes. That's a slide up in the kitchen. And then Harmony Home Closets is being able to modify your closets to make your clothing easier to get to at any age as well. What we're talking about today, these modifications can help at any age. It's just as we age, we need them at a younger age. They're just more nice to haves.
Right, so we had a meeting this morning with some 20 and 30-year-olds. They really want these shelves.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I don't know about you. I'm Gen X. So when we started the Ageless Enthusiasm show, they kept saying boomers, boomers, boomers. And I'm like, and Gen X, and Gen X. Because we're like the generation nobody pays any attention to.
Well, and you have the generation dealing with the boomers who are aging
Mm-hmm.
and having some difficulties along the way.
Well, so the Silver Tsunami, there's 10,000 people a day turning 65. That's your competition, people. Okay, you're going to be competing with them for the best apartments, the best views, and to sell your stuff. That wasn't the word I wanted to use. To sell your stuff, because they're going to sell their stuff, and so you might want to beat them and sell your stuff before they have a chance to sell their stuff. So you got competition with 10,000 people a day turning 65 and wanting to organize the closets and put in the shelves and all that. If you were to move into one of the beautiful Oxford communities, you could do the shelves and the
Yes.
closets there.
Yeah, we've done shelving and closets within existing places where you're renting as well. Typically, the landlord doesn't mind because you're paying for it, but then you can benefit from it while you're there and make that your place.
Because we want you to be able to keep staying there and not have to move around the corner to skilled nursing. Okay, so we want to keep you safe. That's what this is all about. Safe aging. There's a weird psychological disconnect when we age. It's the conflict in our brain between being autonomous, making our own decisions, do it yourself. I can climb on the kitchen counter and decorate above the cabinets, okay, because that's what I've always done. We've always stored our Christmas decorations up in the attic. You pull down the ladder and we take these giant heavy totes up there. That's where they go. Well, maybe you could think about a safer place to put those totes, because one fall can change it all.
Well, and you mentioned that, yeah, your first fall may be your last fall as well. Think of that, because if you fall and break your hip, your chances of living beyond a year is very slim. It's just very tough. So again, keep you on your 2 feet.
Keep you on your 2 feet. Sometimes people break a hip and then they fall. So I get to talk to all these smart people in healthcare and stuff, and they said that that's kind of a misunderstanding. People say, oh, she fell and broke her hip. No, she broke her hip, and that caused her to fall. And so that's why we have our fitness guru here every time, because fitness is really important. It's important that you don't stay seated all the time. They say sitting is the new smoking. All right, and you're saying we gotta stay on our feet.
Yes,
All right.
yes.
So how do we gauge independence in the home?
Well, here, activities of daily living. Have you ever heard of ADL, the activities of daily living?
Who's heard of ADL?
Okay.
Because if you don't know what that is, we want you to know what it is because it's fixing to rule your life somehow, some way. Because it's how they gauge you or your husband or your sister. Like, what's her ADLs?
Yeah, activities of daily living. And it doesn't really impact you personally now in your home, but it's kind of an assessment that your doctor can use, or if you've got a physical therapist working with you. But there's different types of ADL assessments as well. So there's a couple other slides after this.
Okay, new slide. So that's what Aging in Place is about, is helping you with your ADLs and your IADLs. Tell us what those are.
So really, the basic one is really just the living aspects of who you are and be able to bathe yourself, grooming, getting dressed, going to the bathroom, walking. Those are just the basics. If you miss any one of those, then you're probably needing some assistance beyond what you're able to do yourself. And that might be in-home care, or it could be leaving your home to work with that.
To a new home, because your new place is your home too, yeah.
Yeah, to a new home. And the second one is more instrumental activity of daily living, which is more of kind of just living versus just basic living work, such as doing the laundry. Can you take your medications, maybe your financing? With the laundry, my father-in-law did laundry, it was in the basement. Well, when my wife saw him bring up the basket one step at a time, she said, remove that laundry to her old bedroom on the first floor, so laundry can be done there. Mm-hmm. And so just being able to realize that this was basic things of doing the laundry, or again, instrumental.
And sometimes it's a professional or a child, adult child.
Yes, it sees that.
That sees that, because sometimes as we age, we don't think of these things, and we're not thinking like how dangerous this might be. I asked a lady one time, well, how are you doing your laundry? Because I saw her like 2 or 3 years prior to this, and she couldn't go downstairs to do her laundry. She had the cleaning lady doing it. All of a sudden, she's doing her own laundry. Not because she'd been going to fitness training, honey, but because she decided she would put the laundry in a bag, throw it down, and then she would go, who knows how, downstairs. And then how in the world did she get it up there? I don't even know. Unfortunately, she waited too long. She moved into independent living for just a short time. She didn't want to. She did. She had a beautiful apartment, and I mean beautiful. And then something happened, and she moved to AL, and then she was really sad because she missed her IL apartment. And so independent living can be quite lovely. It can be a great quality of life.
But also one thing that when you do, move from your home to a new home, if that's in a bad term facility, community, excuse me, thank you, into a community, is that can really revitalize you as well.
Yes.
And spark your brain and be around other people to work with.
So you can take the equity from your home, invest it someplace better, safer, because if you've been living the American dream, part of that was to fund your retirement, to pay off your house or almost pay off your house so that you could afford your retirement a little bit better. But see, that's also a fund. That equity in your house you can use to invest so that you can go into a nice place to live and get the closets done at the same time, get the shelves done at the same time. Set yourself up for success. Successful aging is about positivity, that's you guys because you're here. Resourcefulness, that's you guys because you're here. And adaptability. So we're going to help you create an adaptive environment.
Well, and when you speak about moving to a different community, there are not enough communities for you to move into. Mm-hmm. And so there must be a way to modify your current home that you have been there for a while, or even your apartment if you're in a separate apartment in a different community. But just realize that your home is going to be one of the, I can't say the best either, because again, being into a community is going to brighten you up as well. Mm-hmm. And to work to determine what that might consist of, realize there's not enough communities for the 10,000 people a day, 3065.
Yeah, so you can age in place as long as possible in a home that you own, or a home that you rent and keep yourself safe so you can stay there longer.
And also some of the things you think of modifying your home, it's gonna look like, oh, when I go to sell this house, it's gonna look like an old person lived here.
Not the way you do it today.
No. Anything done today, can be done in a way that makes it accessible for anybody or for your guests. If you have someone coming to your home, they may have a hard time getting upstairs. How can you help them do that? Or the next generation coming into that home may have their parents need to get into that home, need to use the bathroom facilities. The grab bars don't have to look like grab bars.
It looks like decor. And so it's really beautiful. So that's what this is all about. It's being resourceful, getting information, because the answer to fear is gathering information. Fear, confusion, get information, get informed, have consults, and then it makes it seem less scary, less overwhelming.
So a couple, 4 areas of the home, kind of look at the bathrooms, railings, kitchens, and then lighting. So let's go to the next slide here.
Where do most accidents happen?
No bathroom. Well, sorry. Oh, I gave the answer away.
Sorry, we blew it. We knew the answers.
80% of them fall in the bathroom. Okay? It's wet. You're moving around a lot. It's a small area. And likely you don't have grab bars. Or if you grab that towel bar on your way down, it's coming down with you. And so a simple thing to do is replace that towel bar with a grab bar and put your towel on it. Not that, not quite the safest, but it's better than grabbing hold of that towel bar and it comes down with you. Sometimes putting that towel on the grab bar might slip as well, or make you step the right direction either way. And so we see here just different placements of where grab bars can be. One thing, there's one area of this where there's a grab bar in that picture that's not on studs. Well, how can that be? There's special mounts that can be used that allow that grab bar to install where you need it, not just where the studs are in your home. And we go through tile, we go through fiberglass, and go through just standard drywall. But the big thing is placing that grab bar where you need it.
Very good.
A couple examples here of your toileting. Okay, that's a grab bar with toilet paper on it.
But it looks pretty.
Yeah, that's kind of nice. So other examples of that. And also on the right side, those are grab bars, if you want to call them that. But they also look pretty nice. They're colorful. They're accessories in your bathroom. Other examples as well. We've had a couple clients who have gold fixtures in their bathroom. They wanted a gold grab bar. Perfectly fine. We get a gold grab bar. We need yellow, green, blue, purple. Your team's colors of your bathroom, whatever you'd like to do that.
Mm-hmm. So it's your business. Not everybody would know it's a grab bar.
Exactly. Yeah. So on the bottom here just shows that little mount that can be used to install where there's not a stud.
So no, my team will not be installing these things or figuring out where the stud, whatever you just said.
Well,
We'll just send them your way.
and being able to rely upon a friend or a family member, great, they know what they're doing. But we've seen grab bars installed with plastic wall balls, okay? Like your towel bar is. Or you go in I just need a simple grab bar. I'm gonna get a suction cup grab bar. Okay? Read the fine print. Not meant to hold body weight, meant as a stability aid. Don't use them. Also says, check for security every day to make sure it's secure on the wall. Do not use the suction cup grab bars.
Good to know. Because if the grab bar doesn't hold, that can lead to a fall in the bathtub that dislocates or breaks a shoulder and a string of surgeries, just all kinds of things. The other thing too, falling in the bathroom, a lot of times you don't have very much attire on, let's say. And the floor might be cold. And if you can't get up, what happens to people is, even in the summertime, they get very cold on that floor until somebody gets there, and then that usually means they're not going back home. And so these grab bars literally can save your life, and they can save your quality of life.
Well, in a personal story, that before I was in the business, my mother was living by herself, and she fell backwards into the bathtub and hit her head. She survived. She found out she needed a pacemaker because she was not getting blood to her brain. But it wasn't only because a neighbor happened to see that the newspaper wasn't picked up. Well, how many of you have newspapers on your front step anymore? Your neighbors don't know.
So I was talking to a realtor the other day, and she said, what you're teaching us is my life. She's 74, works real estate in California. And she said, what you're teaching is exactly my life, because I'm caregiver for my mom. And I thought, wow, I mean, that's a lot. And her mother wants to live in her own home. And so what happens is that adult kids of varied ages, they're making it possible for people to stay in their home. Not because I'm 104 and I'm still living in my own home. Like, I had a 104-year-old client here that was living in her own home. We put her on TV even. But you know why she lives in her own home? Because her son and daughter are there all day long taking care of her. All day. So.
Yeah, the railings. Talk about how the different places in your home for railings and the falls going downstairs. So let's go to the next slide. So railings on your front steps. You may only have 1 or 2 stairs. And why don't more homes have railings on them? Well, because code only requires that the front porch should be 30 inches or more above the ground, requires by code a hand railing. So anything beyond, so you'll see a lot of homes that have stairs, a landing, stairs, and a landing. They don't need rails. And so with this, but even 1 or 2, being able to install simple railings to make it easy for you, or again, think about your guests coming to your home that have a hard time getting into your home. It's not all about you. It's about your friends and your family to come in. Another one there? In your home, going down the stairs, typically you might have 1 railing going down the stairs. This one had none. The left one has no railing, and able to install a railing going down the stairs. Something they asked for, which is nice. They knew they wanted to stay in their home and were trying to get their home ready before they needed it, because once you need it, it can be too late.
So falls on stairs lead to 36,338 deaths.
Wow. And then the kitchen area. This picture on the left indicates some of the slide outs make that easy in your area, your pantry. But realize that how many times are you in your kitchen during the day? Moving around, in your cabinets, up and down. Some people, instead of going up and down, leave their pots and pans on the counter because they know they can pull it out again anyway. But some people want to put them away. And that's where slides are a way to do that. Other options within this is being able to, the left picture has a pull down that pulls your upper cabinet down to you. So it makes it easy to do that. And on the right side, interesting, a microwave. I had a few clients that you can't reach the microwave. Well, they have under-counter microwaves that function like a drawer that pulls out, and all the controls are easy to access. Initially designed for someone in a wheelchair, but wouldn't anybody in here benefit from this, even younger ages as well?
Yeah, children pulling hot liquids and hot food out of the microwave. So we're talking about universally good components for your home. They're good for everybody.
Exactly. Universal design is a buzzword for me.
Stay off that step stool. I see you have that on there. Oh my gosh. If you have ladders, come on.
Well, or you had this, I was at a home yesterday. It was a step stool, plastic, maybe about 10 inches wide, about 6 inches. Like, and you're standing on that? No. And the lighting, being another big thing in your home. On the right is something you can replace your current switch plate cover with one that has a light on it that comes in at night, comes on at night automatically. I have that in my home. I've had that there for many years. If I get up in the middle of the night, there's lights every place in my house just on the floor to work with, on the left side as well. And on the stairway, biggest place. You want to be able to see that, see the differences on the stair treads. And yeah.
And those are upgrades for your real estate, putting that in.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, and also make sure that some people have a hard time thinking about, well, I don't want to do this because it's going to reduce the value of my home when I go to sell it. My thought is, it's your home and you want to live in it. Let's make it your home so you can live in it. The next step, if someone wants to buy it that way, they may want to buy it that way. Don't worry about the next person. Take care of yourself.
well, and Randy Ambrose, where are you? Randy Ambrose. He can tell you, you know what your bank balance is and how much you have in your retirement account and how much your social security check is. Well, Mr. Ambrose can tell you how much your house is worth exactly. And when he gives you a number, you can take it to the bank. You can talk to Randy about, would this improve my home to put the lights on the stairs or to change out these outlets so they all turn on at night? And he can tell you how that will improve your value.
Yeah, very true, very true.
So this is kind of a cute cartoon, and we'll post it on the Empowered Senior page so you can look a little closer at it later. But tell us about this.
Oh, yeah, just a little, many of those aspects are part of your home, maybe not all of them, but some aspect might represent and see some things in your home as well to work with. Things on the stairs, you got a rug that has the corners tipped up, lamps and cats, dogs. You know, dogs are dangerous as well, the little yappers, as well as big dogs to deal with you. So just being aware of your surroundings and trying to keep the clutter as best you can so that that simple thing on the floor doesn't cause you to fall.
So clutter is hard to deal with because we accumulate so much as we get older. And so Randy and I just did a big project at home. Our 3 adult kids came. We said, we're all going to get together in Wichita, Kansas, and we're going to go through the house, and you guys take what you want and help Dad with his shop and his garage, help me with the office and the kitchen and the laundry room, etc. And we filled up a dumpster to the rim, brought in, and then started filling it up again. We sent, I don't know how many truckloads. We have our free Ambrose Team moving truck, 14-foot moving van. How many truckloads of stuff did we take to Dolores' house because we're going to have family estate sale? How many? 2 full truckloads of stuff. Thank you very much for letting us put stuff in your sale. Oh, but she's going to send us, she's sending you a bill. So we're having a big estate sale next week in Reflection Ridge. And so anyway, Mom threw some stuff in there too. So Mom decluttered and downsized and moved from Chicago to come to Wichita. And guess what she says? Wichita, Kansas is way more fun. So if you want to know where the fun is, talk to Barb. Okay.
Well,
Last words and questions for Phil.
oh, yeah, what questions might you have? Good.
The one thing that you didn't mention is step-in showers. I think that helps more people stay home. We've had one put in our house, and I absolutely love it. I had knee surgery. I could not step into the shower, so I would be pretty smelly by now if we hadn't had it put in. And I absolutely love it. We didn't have the built-in stool put in the shower, but we had already had a handicap stool in there for my husband. So, and I love it. I'll tell you, it's worth the money. And if you're a VA will cover it, part of it.
Yeah, very, very, very true. Be able to, some people look at, maybe you only have one bathtub in your home, and you say, well, I got to keep that for resale value. But again, it comes back to remove that tub and put in a shower, and ideally it's a 0 threshold shower that you're able to just slide across or a wheelchair in versus having to step into it. But even if you have just a 5-inch profile, that makes it easier work with too.
Well, and so here's that made me think of a story. 20 years ago, I was in a car accident stand up, Dolores. I couldn't live in my own home because we lived in a 2-story. My bedroom was upstairs, so I had to move in with my in-laws, and my mother-in-law took care of me.
Yeah, but it was a pleasure.
Okay, because my house wasn't prepared for somebody in a wheelchair. So,
Yep. Yeah.
All
So
right.
again, at any age, you might have that surgery, that knee surgery, just being able to have that already in place. Again, that simple grab bar or a toddler toilet, which is one thing that I'm not sure why toilets were shorter than 16 inches in the past, unless they're just saving on porcelain. But having a chair height toilet makes sense.
absolutely. Some of those old toilets, boy, they really feel shorter now.
You could fall on the toilet. That's
Oh,
you fell
fall
down.
on it, yeah. All right. So, all right, we're gonna take a little break, fast little break, and then we're gonna get into the safari. And we'll take one more question, but we gotta move on.
Not a question, it's more of a statement. Be aware, like, hotels aren't always properly done when it's a handicap room. We got a handicap room for my husband. It had a grab bar in the bathroom that went up and down above the faucets. I grabbed it, but I slipped sideways and I broke 2 ribs doing that at my granddaughter's graduation.
Wow, so the hotel didn't have it proper. So make sure your house has the proper stuff.
Oh yeah, that's the main thing is when I come in and take a look at that bathroom with you, I'll sit on the toilet. I'll kind of grab where things are at. I'll accommodate your height as well, or stepping in and out of the bathtub. So just being able to understand what is that ability that you do have, right or left dominant to work with. So
So you take into account where it should be for the husband and where it should be for the wife, and they get it all figured out. It's custom for you.
Yep.
So the best way to celebrate your independence is to protect it now. And we have an experience plan for you that will show you why. And that's what we're going to do after the dance break. Rebecca, let's get us moving. Phil, you can stay up and dance. He's got to run. Oh, he doesn't want his wife to see it. Okay.
But she wants to see it, right? Am I right? Okay, so before I turn on the music, actually, one of the best ways in order to stay in our home, what would it be? Movement. We all know as we age, our bone density and our strength decreases. But what I'm here to tell you is you have the power to keep it where you want it. So one of the most important things to do is movement, okay? So that's what we're gonna do today. Let me get the music going. Come on, everybody stand up. We got a little intro here. Remember, you can come to the front. There's plenty of room. Find yourself a little room. Scotty P, Mindy, get your heinies up here. I don't need to dance alone. All right? All right, let's go. Come on, just start tapping. Get moving. Believe it or not, it does not take 8 hours a day in a gym to start to notice a difference. From grabbing stuff up. All right, ready? Work it. You can take those arms up and down. Stuck in my skin. Ah! It's working here. This is our mashed potato for the day. The other one's too hard. Do the twist. I'm not sure what's up with the music. All right, so do you love me? More importantly, do you love yourself? Right? Love yourself enough to take care of yourself. Tap and cross. This is good for the brain. You guys want to get fancy? Yeah, here we go. Across, out, back. Can you do it? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, march. Oh, now it's that left foot. 1, 2, 3. Oh, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. You can do this in a chair too. You don't have to be standing. Dance it out. Ooh, the twist. applause. It's there you go. Come on, you go. Keep moving. Side reach. Oh, in between songs. Let's do a little side next to 1, 2, 3. Do you know it's all about love? It's called self-respect and self-love today. I gotta snap. I want everybody to snap with me, okay? Alright, time for the box step. Who's ready? Oh, there we go. Front, left, back, back. Front, left. Right, left, back. Oh, march. Left comes first. Are we ready? Give me a second. Here we go. Up, back, back. Up, back, back. Woo! Oh, dance it out. It doesn't matter how you move, how much you move. Just move. Okay, we're gonna put that together. Left side. Up. Nice job, everybody. And see, it doesn't matter if you miss a beat. You just pick it up when you can find it. Woo. Thank you all. Catch your breath. And then we're going to be doing our experience next, right? We're ready. Okay, so real fast, I'm going to share, well, I'm going to catch my breath. But I'm going to share a quote. So for those of you who don't know, I'm also out of shape because I'm rehabbing myself. Almost there, but not quite there yet. Anyway, at Club Hope, I'm the owner of Club Hope and Survivor 2.0. And what we're about to do right now, it would help if I had my... See, I'm even in shape. Okay, here we go. But this is what I wanted to share. This is a quote from a caregiver. And a big part of the next thing that we're going to do is understanding people who have situations that they have to deal with chronically. Do we have anybody here who has chronic illness or chronic pain or anything? If you're not, I don't see more hands, I know you're kind of reliant. Why? Let me tell you why. Because you're tired of people telling you to stop complaining. Am I right? How many of you have been told to stop complaining? I don't care about your ailments anymore. Right? And it can be when you're 30, 20, 40, 50, 60, whatever. Okay. So this is proof that if one of you or someone you're caring for is dealing with something, it helps to find others who understand. Okay, here we go. Deep breath. Club Hope has taken me on an unexpected journey as a care provider for my husband who has had cancer, heart issues, and 2 strokes. My husband and I started at Club Hope just thinking that we would be working out to strengthen our bodies. It has done so much more than that. It has not only strengthened our body, but also our hearts. The love, support, and encouragement my husband and I have received from everyone from the trainers to the clients to the survivors has created a whole new family for us. Our workout group has allowed me to see that my husband's quirky little things that he does are not to drive me crazy, but are the result of everything he has gone through. I feel I am more patient and compassionate with him for observing and listening to our group share and laughing about how quirky our lives are now. I don't know that I can well, that's just having a good feeling. Anyway, because we're just that awesome. What I'm saying is, yes, there are communities throughout. Wichita is awesome. We have Club Parkinson's. We have Survivor 2.0. If you are dealing with someone or someone you love and you help them, become a part of a community to help you understand, help you find support, and help you all keep living in your home.
Yep, very good, because it might not be that they're giving you a hard time, it's that they are having a hard time. All right, who's going to help me lead this safari? All right, your group is your table. And if you need more supplies, let us know. All right, each person should have a small bag that has earplugs, a disposable glove that you're going to put on your non-dominant hand. You're going to place 3 cotton balls in the fingertips and a popsicle stick in just a random finger. Put 3 cotton balls in the fingers and a popsicle stick. Get yourself ready to go. Also, you're going to take your beans, your dry beans, you're going to remove the beans from the bag and place them in your shoes. If you have sandals, maybe just put a couple under your foot. Bretta, can you move to the next slide too? So the glove, I'm sorry, go back one. You were right where you were supposed to be. Number 1, so the gloves with the popsicle stick and the cotton balls simulate arthritis and neuropathy. Neuropathy is numbness and weakness in our hands. Number 2, you're going to place 1 or both earplugs in your ears. That simulates hearing loss, a challenge that many face. Huh? All right, number 3. What? All right, so you're going to put the beans in your shoes, cotton balls in your glove, a popsicle stick in your glove, and put your glove on your non-dominant hand. And then get your M&Ms out. You need an assortment of M&Ms. If you haven't eaten all of them yet, you may eat them after the game. Right now they're game pieces, so get out your M&Ms. All right, every table has some goggles. We have 3 kinds of goggles. So grab one of the goggles out. We could use some people, Pam. We could use some people over here at this table. Could you come sit up here and grab some other people to sit at this table? All right. So each table has a large Ziploc bag with 6 pairs of glasses, and they simulate different types of low vision. Be sure to tell everybody that you came to Botanica to Empowered Senior and you were tortured, and it was so much fun. All right, with your glove on, flip the paper in front of you to the side with the circles, and attempt with your goggles on to sort the M&Ms into the circle using your gloved hand. And you can try different kinds of goggles on. Okay. The goggles are representing macular degeneration, where you can only see the periphery, you only see around. Cataracts are the colorful dots on the glasses, multiple obscured areas. and glaucoma. That's the smeary Vaseline that we double bagged. There's only one Vaseline smeared set. So take some time to play with the different glasses and sort your M&Ms. How's that sorting going with your gloves and your goggles? And do you have your earplugs in? Now think about this. Is it going to be easier today to go home and clean out your closet than it would be later on if you suddenly have a popsicle stick glued to your finger? As things change, it becomes harder to do things that you might be more capable of doing today. So observe each other and think about how some of this feels, how odd it is. All right, who's going to be the safari leader at your table? Make sure you have a safari leader that is kind of leading you on this journey, making sure everybody's giving it a try, trying all the different glasses. And try the M&Ms with the glasses on. Okay, we got safari leaders that are already taking people on the journey, so you want to try to give them verbal instructions. So with obscured vision, the idea is that, okay, come on, we're going to go around the table. I need you to step away from the chair that's right here. Come around. There's another chair right here, so you're going to step around. There we go. So you're giving safari leader, give verbal instructions to somebody, one at a time. Practice being the victim being led with glasses on, with the hearing plugs in, and somebody telling you where to walk and when to sit, where the chair is.
If you can't feel, if you can't hear, and if you can't see, just eat it.
Yeah, don't eat the beans. Don't eat the beans. Especially if they were on somebody's feet first. So the beans also represent, can you go back to the slide about the feet? The beans represent neuropathy and arthritis and decreased fat padding in our feet. Did anybody tell you that you were going to lose fat in your foot and it would make it more painful to walk?
I've shared this with some of the tables, but I can't see, I can't hear, I can't feel, so I'm gonna need to live in someone's basement. Just fix me up.
Who's gonna adopt Scotty P?
All right, so your goggles have been altered to simulate common eye issues, macular degeneration. So you can only see the edges. So it looks like this on the screen. Look at your lovely granddaughter on the screen. What somebody with macular degeneration might experience, they're not really seeing her face because it's just obscured in the middle. This represents cataracts, normal vision versus vision with cataracts. Glaucoma, normal vision, early stage, moderate stage to advanced stage. So everybody go like this. Put your hands over your eyes and just kind of look like you have binoculars. So sometimes low vision changes can mean that the circle you can see through becomes smaller and smaller to where maybe it becomes completely obscured. That's why you want to make sure you're staying up with your eye doctor and you're getting your checkups and you're using the eye drops that you were prescribed. All right, so if you haven't done it yet, one person stand that's going to play the person that has all these issues going on. One person stand up with goggles and all the gear, and another person, a healthy person, is going to speak to them and help lead them around the table only with verbal instructions. Give that a try. What does it feel like in your shoes with the beads? And then switch roles. Let everybody give it a try.
I don't think you're gonna be able to catch that, buddy. I don't think so. Here we go. Can she do it?
No, take the beans out of the bag. Take the beans out of the bag and put them in your shoe. Everybody has a bag of beans. Take the beans out, put them in your shoes, put them under your feet. And then feel what it feels like with the beans under your feet. That's simulating neuropathy and arthritis and having not enough fat in your feet pads anymore. Then we want you to try writing a check. Write a check with your non-dominant hand, with the paper crumpled in your hand. Put your gloves on, no cheating. Crumple up the paper. So you wear the glove with the cotton balls and the popsicle stick. Good job. Non-dominant. Oh, she wrote a check to Connie Pearl, a big one. Okay. So crumple the paper, put it in your gloved hand, non-dominant hand, and practice writing a check. See if it looks like your handwriting aged. What do you think about your handwriting? It sucks. That sucks. She says her handwriting sucks now. Don't you feel like the same person you've always been, even if you are writing like this? Are you having someone instruct you on where to go, how to sit? How does it make you feel if you are relying on someone to tell you where the chair is and where to sit, how to walk around? You've always been you, but now you're you with painful feet, not being able to see, not being able to hear very well, maybe having some confusion because of all of this. Does that mean you're lazy? No. Or incompetent? No. How did it make you feel?
Makes you feel like you're a child again.
Makes you feel like a child again, kind of helpless.
Yes, it makes you feel like that you don't have any confidence in yourself.
Like you've lost confidence in yourself and becoming very dependent on other people. All right. We're getting towards the end of our time. This is the first time we've ever done this. So thanks for playing with us. But let's get some ahas. Plus there's a raffle ticket in there. So how's the raffle gonna work, Brandon? I think April is gonna explain it. Maybe April can come up and talk about the raffle. So hang on to your red tickets because we're gonna do a raffle. April's gonna tell you, but first of all, I wanna hear your ahas. So we're gonna say 1, 2, 3. Cha, cha, cha. So 1, 2, 3. Or 1, 2, 3, cha, cha, cha. Something to teach people in your life that you need to play the quiet game. All right, so what did you guys think of that? What did you think of this empathy experience? Any ahas? Any observations? Who has an observation or comment at this table? Anybody? Already been there and done that.
Fall in 21 and fractured my skull, brain bleed, and I got to relearn everything, and it's hard. You're angry, you're helpless, nothing you can do about it. You just gotta work hard.
So that's pretty amazing. Nothing you can do about it. It's just hard. You can be angry and frustrated. And some of us get better. Some of us go through that and we get better. Does that help increase empathy for other people that are going through things when you experience yourself?
Yeah, I think it was really opened my husband's eyes because I had always taken care of him when he broke his leg, when he had 2 knee surgeries, a heart attack. I'd always taken care of him, and then he got to be me and take care of me, and it really opened his eyes a lot.
So it's eye-opening when caregiver roles get switched. Okay?
How many of us in the room know someone or have a family member that has dementia or Alzheimer's?
So this experience also not only simulates, eye problems and arthritis, but it also simulates what our loved ones who have Alzheimer's or dementia are experiencing. So that can also help you understand why maybe someone is sitting in front of you with a food plate in front of them and they're reaching over and grabbing your food because they don't see the plate in front of them, or they're shuffling when they're walking because they, feel like they have beans in their shoes and, things like that. So that's another thing to think about.
This is what
What the future could be.
This is what your future could be. It's a little eye-opening.
Okay, I want to tell everybody too, like a lot of people when you're experiencing things like this, you think you shouldn't move and you should stay home and play safe. I'm going to tell you with a proper trainer, functional aging specialist, you can move. I have coffee beans that's about to start brewing in my shoe. I can't see, but if they come in and I can move them and I can get them stronger. What I'm here to say is limitations have to be acknowledged, but we don't have to always listen to them. We can safely move through them.
Limitations have to be acknowledged. This is the most education partner participation we've ever had. 2 of them are raising their hands.
I think it's interesting how using this stuff on you makes you realize how having something going on in your life in that realm could cause another problem. Spilling hot coffee because you're trying to hold it, or falling, and just the speed that things need to go sometimes.
So having experienced some decline can cause more decline. And let's say if you're keeping all your pants on the counters because you can't really climb down and put them where they need to be, so you're cluttering up your countertop because it's easier, it makes it a lot more possible that you could injure yourself with hot coffee and other accidents, because all these things are combining. And so what happens with most seniors is they're staying in their home past the 6th red flag, and it's just kind of waiting for trouble.
I'm not a very patient person. Everything took so much longer. Very frustrating.
What did you think of your handwriting? Did it surprise you?
I hated it.
It looks like an old lady's handwriting. That's what I thought. When I did mine, I did this in February, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's why the handwriting can look like that. It's eye-opening. Smearing a little Vaseline on your goggles is eye-opening. What did you think?
It was very difficult, very eye-opening for sure. Me sitting here trying to I put my glove on first. I think that was my mistake. And then I put everything else and did everything else, and it was hard.
Do you think this will help you identify with your financial planning and insurance clients a little bit more? I know you're an empathetic person, you're used to this, but
I already have the empathy, but this to the next level, and it's gonna make me, even with my events that I do, be more patient with my clients, yeah.
very good. So we'll make the millennials do this. Grab them in the millennial and make them do it. Okay, what else?
One thing I think, most of us don't realize how old we are, because I had a fall not long ago. The globe off of our ceiling fan fell. It's fallen before. I just crawled up on the mattress and put the globe back up with my little footstool at the end of the bed. No problem, I thought. I crawled up there, put one foot there, and I felt pretty steady. I put the other foot over there. The other foot didn't go. The part of the globe came down with a string. I fell against the wall, and I'm thinking, I've done this a jillion times, but I wasn't this age a jillion times ago. So I think, sometimes we just need to stop and think we can ask for help, and I didn't. And then my husband goes up and says, well, it's not that hard. Of course, he's 6'2" and I'm 5 foot. Let's get a break here. But this has been really interesting. It shows you what can happen to you and how others, even my writing, it did look like a woman's writing. And this is really interesting. I appreciate this.
Thank you, it's our pleasure. Somebody tortured me in February, so I thought I'd just share the love and do it to you guys. And if you want us to come do it for the Red Hat Ladies or the Corvette Club or anywhere else, we'd be happy. We'll get better at this, I promise. This is our first time. So we would love to do it for your groups. And we have another company here that's enjoying doing this, and she's saying she'll help do it too. All right. Worthwhile, I think. Eye-opening. Because the last thing you want to do is learn this stuff because you had an accident or something happen. It's better to kind of have an awareness. And people, like I said, you can put off decluttering, you can put off meeting with the attorney, but is it going to be easier or harder to talk to the attorney about your paperwork and sign your forms how you are today versus how you might be tomorrow? It'd be easier to make an appointment with Jason now. It'd be easier to do everything now to line up yourself for the future. This is all about self-love and self-care. And you know what they say on the airplane? Put your oxygen mask on first before you help someone else. So you've got to take care of yourself first. So you're able to be here to help those you love and to keep inspiring your grandchildren and your great-grandchildren, and you're here for those awesome moments that you are in that 4th generation photograph that they will treasure for 100 years after you're gone. It's important. Self-care is taking care of those you love also. All right, talking about love and friendship, I have Miss April Patrick. Thank you to Specs. That is my favorite place to get glasses. You know why I go to Specs? They have the best customer service. I can't really say I know about other places. I just love Specs. And they will fix my glasses and take care of me. I almost feel guilty sometimes. They do such a good job. And now they've provided us with water. Can we give them a round of applause to Specs for providing water? All right, April, tell us what Specs is doing for us today.
First off, my heart goes out to any of you that say, I never win anything. How many of those people are in the room, right? Okay, so Specs has given us some eye cleaner and wipes. I think we have 7 or 8 of these, so if everybody would get out their raffle ticket. Are you ready to go? Okay, I don't have my glasses on.
First number is 5416545.
If you have your goggles on, take your goggles off. Here's what's up.
5416545. Okay, so 5416389. 6389.
I wonder if they could be in the extra bags.
It could be.
Okay, let's just keep reading numbers till we get a winner.
Okay, so 5416516. 6516.
Oh, bingo!
Okay, next number is 5416408. 6408 is the last 4 numbers.
Bingo! All right. How many of those do we have? All right, so we're going to make it go a little faster, but we'll do a raffle ticket for the last thing. We're going to tell you about it. But for right now, if you have an aha, raise your hand. This is how you're going to win. Raise your hand and tell us something on the mic. What did you learn today? What did you learn today?
Oh, back here in the back.
All right, bring her a prize. All right, what did you get out of this?
That even people who have suffered these things are not necessarily willing to help you when you're the one in need.
Oh, even though you've been helping somebody, they might not be willing to help you in return when you need it. All right, who else?
Ellen, right over here.
I was a caregiver for many years for my mother who had macular degeneration. I've learned a lot today from this about what she coped with because she really was basically blind with it and had very little peripheral vision. So this has helped me a whole lot to understand what Mom went through.
Thank you for sharing that. You know, we hear that a lot, that sometimes people will realize later what their parents were going through, or they'll have a regret, but you know what? You were doing the best you knew at the time. Aw. Okay. Who else? Who has an aha or something to share? Somebody in the back? Can somebody get a mic over there? April, could you take a mic over there and I'll take a mic up here? Who was up here?
Just the awareness of everything, like writing the check. I'm going to practice a little bit better. I write it so fast and sloppily now. When I look at what it's going to look like later, I better practice a bit.
You don't want to be embarrassed later if your handwriting goes bad?
Just the awareness of everything.
Okay, so she got awareness. Thank you.
Got one right over here.
Do things now before it's too late.
There you go. Winner, winner. That's the whole point.
My mother was a teacher and she had a lot of back pain, so she had to wait till afternoon because her hand was shaky. And
she loved sending greeting cards and things, and that how important that was for her, that, and to realize that what she went through to, wait for a certain time when she was better at writing during the day.
Wow, so sometimes people have better energy or less symptoms at different times of the day, different challenges at different times of the day, but your mother was blessing people all the way to the end by sending them greeting cards at the time of day that she was able to do it.
Yes, that's right.
So this is really bringing up thinking about our parents. That's not expected, that's interesting. What else? Got one right here.
I was diagnosed with heart disease last year, and attending this seminar, it makes me more determined to outlive it.
Big clap for that. Thank you.
Okay, back to the raffle. We have a couple gift certificates. The first one is $50. It's to Big River Shoe Store. As we all know, nothing beats a good pair of shoes. They are located in the waterfront at 13th and Webb Road. They used to be called New Balance. So the winner is 541-6552.
6552 is the last four.
Awesome.
We got one over here. Woo!
Congratulations. And the next one we have is for Eyewear Junkie. And it's $100. So if you haven't gone to have your eyes checked or need new glasses, this is a great motivation to do that. So our winning number is 541-6386. Do we have a winner? Okay, we're gonna draw again.
Oh,
Okay, awesome.
woo! We got one!
Great, and last but not least, this is super cool. We all have lamps in our house and we know how important lighting is. This is a little twist on it. So we all want to stay connected to our loved ones, and the folks with Specs, the founders of Specs, have come up with what's called the Friendship Lamp. And so it works off of smart technology. All you have to do is download an app, give one of the lamps to your loved one, and each of you can just touch the lamp when you're thinking about the other. It'll send off a signal, and it'll let them know that you're thinking of them. So we're gonna raffle these 2 lamps. This is about a $200 value today. And our winner, they're going together. You're gonna get both of them. 541-6538. 541-6538. Going once. Okay.
No cigar.
541.
Oh. We might have one over here.
Okay, awesome. We'll bring that to your table here in a minute. We're gonna put them back in the box.
Okay, so I wanted to welcome you guys all next month. It is our back to school bash, and it is going to be kind of an old school ice cream social kind of event. So if you guys invite people, you guys want to bring people with us, that would be amazing. If you have not gotten our emails, or you need to get our emails or our messages, let us know, and we'll get you guys signed up as well. If you guys have any questions, we would love to answer them, and we would love to see you guys next month in August.
All right, don't miss August. Poodle skirts are encouraged. Get out your saddle shoes and come back to school with us. Also, Brenda, can you go back to the Downsizers Club? If you think it would be easier to declutter and plan your future now, before you have these goggles permanently strapped to your face, join us at our beautiful, beautiful building at K96 and East 13th. Every month, third Thursday of every month, so next Thursday. We do this the second Thursday. Downsizers Club is third Thursday. Come to Downsizers Club. It's a small, intimate group. We have snacks. We have a binder. We're going to help you you're gonna plan your future. We are going to just help provide you information, materials, so that you can plan how you want things to go. And what our team does, our nonprofit does, is we help with in-home consults, family meetings. That's where we get all the family together and we talk about next steps. Maybe having a family meeting with the attorneys next. Downsize coaching, where we have proven systems to make it easy. We manage moves, we manage every step of the way, because just like climbing on a bed and fixing the globe on the ceiling fan wasn't as easy this time, moving when you were in your 70s and 80s is more difficult than when you were in your 40s and 50s. And so we know how to do it. We provide education, television production for PBS, and we do real estate, and we provide you with all your senior living options, help you think through the best place for you, socially, medically, financially. We are trained, highly credentialed, and we want to help. All right, and again, back to school is what we're doing next month. We did this topic last year, and everybody loved it, so we're bringing back some of that, and we're adding a little more pizzazz like we do. Do you think we're a little pizzazzy? We like to have fun. We like to have fun. So come back and have some fun with us next month. Do we have flyers for next month? All right, we've got the flyers almost ready. So if you need flyers delivered somewhere, let us know. We can bring flyers out. So, yes. Roll back to where the address is for Downsizers Club. One more. It is 12021. So it's really kind of neat. 12021.
And if you have questions on Downsizers Club or decluttering and downsizing in general, come over here. My team is more than happy to answer those questions for you.
This is free consulting, free help over there with Empowered Senior, with our certified downsizing coaches. All right. And senior home coaches. Oh my gosh, do we have evaluation forms on your table? Yes. Please fill out your evaluation forms. Tell us what you think of this. Please fill those out and leave them at the table. Since we're a nonprofit, we've got to document the work that we're doing in the community. That's why we got the video going. We got cameras going. But we would like you to tell us how we're doing. And if there's anything we can do to help you, what we could do better, let us know. Fill those out, leave them on the table, we'll collect them. Thanks for being here, guys. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of July, and we will see you back to school in August. Bye-bye, guys.